is Marek, and I'm a tennis professional at Monroe Sports Center. Welcome back to our tennis series, Doubles Tennis Tactics. Last week we discussed movement in doubles. Today we'll be focusing on approaching shots. Doubles tennis court is like an hourglass, and the thin neck of the hourglass is in the center, in the middle of the court, called the center window. The center window is a virtual area 4.5 feet on both sides from the strap, from the middle strap, and a rectangle 3 feet above the net. So this area will be center window. The goal is to own the center window, since the majority of the balls going through the center window. The baseliner, also called a setter, is trying to set up his partner at the net, also called the spiker, to pick off shots at the center window. The main objective of the baseliner is to hit the balls to the part of the court which bring the ball back to the partner in the net to finish. In doubles, there are more points won at the front of the court using and controlling the center window compared to singles, where majority of the points are being won by forcing an error. So what is an approach shot? An approach shot is an offensive shot which allows a tennis player to transition from the baseline to the net. Doubles players starting on the baseline should be attacking any shorter ball which allows them to step inside of the court. They should be aiming majority of the approach shots at the feet of the opponent's baseliner, which will force him to hit up on the ball, and that brings their partner at the net into play. Which side should you aim the approach shot to? Take a look at the backswing. The bigger backswing or more awkward backswing, you pick that side and you rush that side. When you eventually notice that the receiver starts moving towards the middle in the anticipation of receiving the approach shots at his feet, then for variety, you want to hit some approach shots either cross-court angle or as drop shots. As far as movement goes, it is crucial that after hitting the approach shot, your full movement continues immediately and straightforward, regardless of the direction of your approach shot. The same applies for serve volley technique. A lot of players make the mistake that after they hit their approach shot, they stop and see whether the approach shot is good enough, and then they decide either to continue moving forward or retrieve. The key here is the commitment to move forward immediately, which improves your confidence and results in consistent and good quality approach shots. After hitting a good quality approach shot, when the receiver as well as the receiver partner stay back on the baseline, in this situation, the net player must choose between hitting the ball in either opponent's weakness or down the middle of the court to create confusion on the receiving team. Now let's take a look at a scenario where the approach shot is weaker. In this situation, the receiver will be most likely able to hit a more challenging ball at the net player's feet and force it to hit up on the ball. In this case, the net player must hit a deep volley back at the opponent's feet. Such a play provides a difficult shot for the receiver and allows the net player to go up close to the net to set himself up for an easier volley. If the receiver, after he hits the low ball at the net player's feet, starts moving to the net, which is more likely, and his partner will be moving up as well, in this situation, the server or the net player doesn't have a choice and must hit a short angle volley. However, that is very challenging play because it requires a good feel to take the pace of the ball and redirect the ball cross court. If the receiver's partner is very aggressive and poaches frequently by moving close to the middle into position RP2, then the server has to be able to redirect his volley and hit it down the line. That would be the yellow line. That is a very challenging shot though, because the net player has to change the decision at the last second when he sees the receiver's partner poaching. If the receiver's partner moves into the net very close, which some of the net players like to do, then the ideal response for the net player here is to hit an offensive lob down the line, which represents the blue line. Finally, the receiver can hit an offensive lob down the line, which is the red line, forcing the service partner to move back and respond with a weaker shot, as a weaker volley, weaker overhead, or force the serving team to switch. Lobbing and switching will be topic of ours in our next session. As you can see, the quality of the approach shots determines the difficulty of the first net player's volley and success of this approaching shots tactic. Thank you for watching our approaching shot clinic. If you have any questions or comments, please post them on our Monroe Sports Center Facebook page. Otherwise, be safe, stay healthy, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. We will be discussing lobbing and switching.